Okay, here we are again, making do without a full kitchen. So I talked about my Instant Pot, and I talked about my toaster oven and my microwave, and those are my main go-tos. Um, but if I just wanted a cup of tea, I really like a cup of tea made with boiling water as opposed to heated in the microwave. Don't ask me why it makes that much of a difference, but it does. So I had purchased some time ago a single uh, burner, electric burner. I guess there's a name for that, which I can't remember right now what it's called. But I plug it into the wall outlet, and I have a little yellow teapot that I fill up and make my cup of tea. So the cupboard up here, which is a standalone I purchased from Amazon, and it's pretty easy for me to move around. So I can still work in the kitchen, which I'm still doing the renovation, and have my tea bags and stevia up there. So I can make my cup of tea, and I can also fry a couple eggs. Um, I'm just me. I sometimes have one person over for company, and um, you know, if I want to heat up a couple sausages or just something, like bacon and eggs, if I'm in a meat type day, um, I can cook it on there. One burner is all I need. I mean, I just don't need 10 burners or 4 burners, and I surely don't need a full size oven. So I use that and my single burner and my coffee maker, which is electric, of course. So that's about all I need for cooking is an electric plug and a single burner and the utensils, the equipment that I've mentioned. Water. So what do we do about water? Because you have to wash dishes and silverware and all that stuff. And at first, I was using paper products, paper plates. I found a discount store near me that has sold. So I might end up using Easter plates or graduation or happy fifth birthday, whatever excess paper plates they have. I'll pick them up and use them because what difference does it make? Um, Most of the time, I'm eating out of those glass dishes where I freeze my Instant Pot leftovers. They're not leftovers; it's meal preps. But so I was using paper plates, but I still had silverware, and I was back and forth to the bathroom and the sink and the bathtub, and no, too much work, too much walking. So what I did was I bought a laundry sink, which you can see here, and for the time being, that's it. It serves my purpose. And what I learned was plumbing. So I didn't have a clue how to hook up plumbing. YouTube, how to do anything. So I plumbed that sink. And you can see my Berkey water filter, which is close to the water source. So right now I'm still filling a jug and pouring it in, but I will work on an adapter to fill that from a hose unless I get to the next step of my kitchen renovation. But first I've got to finish these walls. And that's my big task. And then when I had put in the flooring, because originally there was some vinyl type product on here and they had not done good baseboards. This was a foreclosure. How I ended up buying this foreclosure is a story in itself. But for right now, and I will go into that if anyone's interested in why and how that works and what's the ups and downs and would I do it again for another video. And post in the comments, please, if you'd like more information on that. But the flooring, a friend and I had gotten together and purchased this vinyl laminate flooring, but we only did up to where those built-in cupboards were that I tore out. So when I tore out those cupboards, I've got empty space on my floor. So I'm still in the midst of, I'm finishing the walls. and then I'll finish these spots on the floor, and then I'll put in new baseboards. And then what I'd like to do is get a farmhouse sink. But the thing is, I'm retired, I'm doing this myself, I'm not paying anybody. And in the meantime, between the laundry sink and the, behind me and the electric outlets, and putting in a table in here, some counters, some, rolling racks that hold I've made do. I can cook in this kitchen because I know how to cook at camping. And I've done all this prep stuff, ahead of time, dehydrated meals, frozen meals, um, eating simply, eating healthy, stocked up with a lot of rice and beans and um, lentils, different styles, and dehydrated vegetables. I'm doing okay. I'm not starving to death. And my kitchen, it doesn't matter if it takes me 10 years. If I'm still here in 10 years, maybe it'll be done. In the meantime, like and subscribe, please. If you like this content, if you want to see more like this, like how do I manage as a post 70 single woman living on Social Security, having bought a tiny house, foreclosure, I'm doing fine. See you next time. Please comment and like and subscribe.